Dating apps have ruined dating and romance. That's what this woman says in this Reddit post. And this sounds good, but it's just total nonsense. The dating apps didn't ruin anything, they just exposed what was already happening. Because ghosting and shitty dating experiences and horror stories, all of that stuff, it was happening before social media was even here. It's just that nowadays social media puts every horror story right in your face. And social media gives men a place where they can park their resentment. Because they can go on forums and complain how they've been getting ghosted and how women didn't behave the way they want to and all of that stuff. The truth is that dating has always been messy and it always required men to level up. It's just nowadays that you're constantly confronted by it with social media. Now if you are a guy, then you want to focus on what you can control. Because you cannot remove dating apps from modern dating. The only thing that you can do is work on getting a strategy that makes you succeed in modern dating. You need to sharpen your skills and improve your communication. You need to learn how to become very competitive and stand out in the dating marketplace. Because when you are that guy, then you will not get horror stories and you will also never complain about not getting any dates. At that point, when you have everything dialed in, you won't need to complain because you will have fulfilling dating experiences. So if you are that guy that is ready to level up, then follow this page. People love to say dating apps ruin dating and romance because they love to romanticize the past. Dating nowadays is screwed up, but back in the day, wow, it was amazing. It was perfect actually. And that's totally ridiculous because back in the day, dating also wasn't a fairy tale. Because people still cheated on each other. Most relationships in the past were built on proximity, not because people really liked each other or were super attracted to each other. Back in the day, people had to settle because there was no other option for them. Nowadays, you have way more option, but also way more competition. But instead of adapting to how dating has changed, people just blame the apps. Because blaming the apps and romanticizing the past is just way easier to do. It's a victim mindset that avoids responsibility. Dating apps didn't ruin romance or dating, it just revealed what was already happening. You should take radical responsibility, stop complaining, and do what it takes to get results. And if you want to become that guy, then follow this page. This woman says that dating apps have ruined dating and romance. And many people love this narrative, but it's total BS. But people latch onto this narrative because it's a comforting narrative. It puts the blame on society and technology that they are not getting any dates or success in dating in general. It's a victim mindset that basically says, I'm totally fine, society is screwed up. I don't need to change to get better results in dating. Society needs to change. And that's totally delusional because society is not going to change for you. If you want results in your dating life as a man, then you need to take radical responsibility for your actions and your results in dating. And that counts for men just as well as for women. Because without taking responsibility, you cannot get better results in your dating life. Now, if you're ready to take radical responsibility and get results in your dating life, then follow this page. Dating apps have ruined dating and romance. At least that is what this woman describes, and many people agree with her. But the brutal truth is that this is a bunch of nonsense. Because the truth is that dating apps created more dating opportunity for men and women than ever before. But because there is more competition nowadays, women become more selective. And that forces men to either level up and become a better dating option, or to complain about it and blame society. And most men prefer to choose the latter, because most men nowadays will blame the apps, society, and women in general. And that's also why most men stay stuck in dating. Because as a man, you should always have this winner's mindset. You should ask yourself, okay, there's a ton of competition, how am I going to stand out? There's a lot of competition, what work can I do to become super competitive and get out of dating what I want? So never blame the market or modern society. Learn what skills you need and then level up to become that guy that is competitive in modern dating. And if you want to learn how to do that, then follow this page. Dating apps have ruined dating and romance. At least that's what this woman describes in this Reddit post. And yes, for a lot of men, dating has gotten harder. Because in the past, your dating pool was just your small town or your social circle. And your competition was maybe a handful of guys. But nowadays, that cute girl you know, she is getting thousands of matches in just a few hours. But the problem is not the apps. The problem is that most men have a very hard time competing against other men. Dating has always been competitive, but nowadays it's competition on a very large scale. But the truth is that most men should be no competition for you in dating. Because 98% of men are clueless, they don't understand attraction, and they are thirsty. So if you commit to learning, then it's not hard to stand out against all of these guys out there. So stop resisting the fact that there is a lot of dating competition. Just accept it and play to win. And if you want to become that guy, then follow this page.